Did you know that missing just a few key spots in your hygiene routine could seriously harm your health? It's something most people overlook, even though it only takes a few seconds a day. As we get older, our bodies go through natural changes: thinner skin, reduced circulation, and slower oil production. These changes can make certain areas of the body more vulnerable to odor, irritation, or even infection. And the most surprising part, these aren't places you'd think to pay extra attention to. That's why, in this video, we're going to uncover 5 specific body parts that every older adult should clean daily, no exceptions. We're not talking about long, complicated routines. These are simple, quick habits that can protect your health, comfort, and confidence as you age. If you're between 65 and 80 and want to keep living clean, fresh, and independent, this video is made for you. And stay with me until the very end, because the last one might be the most surprising of all. Number 1, the scalp and hairline. Most people assume their scalp stays clean as long as they wash their hair, but after 70, that's not always true. Your scalp, especially around the hairline and behind the neck, can accumulate sweat, oil, and dead skin just like any other part of your body. And if you don't clean it properly, it can lead to itching, dandruff, and even infection. Why does this become more important with age? Because older adults often experience drier skin, slower skin regeneration, and sometimes thinning hair. That combination creates a perfect storm: more exposure of the scalp, but less oil distribution. And with hats, wigs, or less frequent hair washing, sweat and product buildup can sit on your skin longer than it should. Let's take Thomas, 78, for example. He noticed a constant itchy feeling near the crown of his head, especially in the evenings. At first, he thought it was just dry skin, but after a visit to a dermatologist, he learned that dead skin and shampoo residue were clogging his follicles and irritating his scalp. The fix: he began gently scrubbing his scalp with a soft brush and making sure to rinse thoroughly, and within days, the discomfort disappeared. Neglecting the scalp might not seem like a major issue, but persistent buildup can lead to bacterial imbalances, scalp acne, or even small fungal infections. Plus, it can cause a noticeable odor, especially around the hairline, where sweat gathers but rarely gets wiped. So what should you do when showering? Don't just lather your hair. Focus on your scalp, especially near the forehead, ears, and neck. Use your fingertips, not nails, to massage gently. If mobility is an issue, a soft scalp brush with a handle can help. Afterward, rinse thoroughly to avoid residue, and let your scalp dry completely to discourage bacterial growth. This is about more than just feeling fresh. It's about preventing scalp conditions that can affect your sleep, your mood, and your sense of dignity. Your head deserves care, just like your hands and feet. And when you step out each day, knowing you've taken care of every inch, including what's under your hair, you carry yourself with more confidence. Number 2, the ears, especially behind them. It might surprise you, but the area behind your ears can become one of the dirtiest spots on your body, especially after 70. Most older adults don't think twice about this spot. After all, it's small, hidden, and not something people talk about much. But neglecting to clean behind your ears can lead to some pretty unpleasant and even dangerous issues over time. Why is this area such a problem zone? Well, for starters, the skin behind your ears contains oil glands that continue to produce sebum. As we age, we may not notice, but that sebum can mix with sweat, dead skin, and even residue from hair products. The result? A sticky film that can trap bacteria and create a bad odor, or worse, cause skin infections or sores. And because the skin back there is thinner with age, it becomes more vulnerable to breakdown. Many older folks also wear glasses or hearing aids, which rest directly on or behind the ears. These can trap moisture and heat in that area, making it a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. Over time, if not cleaned regularly, the skin can get red, irritated, and even cracked. Some seniors end up with painful sores or dermatitis that require medical attention. Let's take James for example. He's 81 and wears prescription glasses every day. He started noticing itching and redness behind his ears, but he brushed it off, thinking it was just dry skin. A visit to his dermatologist revealed it was a mild skin infection from built-up residue and sweat behind his ears, something that could have been easily avoided with regular cleaning. What makes this issue more frustrating is that it's so easy to prevent, but because it's out of sight, most folks just don't think about it. And when it does become visible, when someone leans in for a hug, or you're sitting in the barber's chair, it can be a little embarrassing if it's red, flaky, or smells off. The good news, you don't need fancy products or complicated routines. Just make a habit of gently wiping behind your ears every day during your shower or morning face wash. A soft cloth with warm water or mild soap does the job. If you wear glasses or hearing aids, take a moment to clean those areas where the devices touch your skin. You'll feel fresher and your skin will thank you. Neglecting such a small area might not seem like a big deal, but the truth is cleanliness in these forgotten zones plays a major role in your overall well-being. Taking a moment each day to care for these hidden areas reminds you that you still value your body and your comfort. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating. The belly button is essentially a small pocket of skin, often moist and dark, a perfect environment for bacteria and even yeast to thrive. As we age, our skin tends to become looser, and in many older adults, the belly button becomes deeper or changes shape slightly due to muscle loss or weight fluctuations. That means it can trap even more buildup. And if you've had surgery like a hernia repair, you may have scar tissue or folds that make cleaning it even trickier. Most folks think rinsing it in the shower is enough, but the truth is, it needs gentle but direct attention. When not cleaned regularly, the belly button can collect dead skin, lint from clothing, oils, and even residue from soaps or lotions. Over time, this gunk hardens and can lead to something known as an omphalith, a stone-like mass that can cause infection and require removal by a doctor. Let's talk about Martha, 74, who started experiencing a strange odor she couldn't quite locate. It wasn't until her doctor examined her belly button that they discovered built-up material that had turned into a mild fungal infection. Martha was shocked. She had never thought twice about cleaning her belly button, but after starting a simple daily habit of gently wiping it with a damp cloth and making sure it dried completely afterward, the problem never returned. The emotional impact of something like this shouldn't be underestimated. When you're dealing with unexpected smells or skin issues, it can chip away at your confidence. You might start worrying about how you smell in public or during doctor visits. It's these little things, ones we rarely talk about, that can affect how we feel about ourselves as we age. Taking the time to care for your belly button may feel odd at first, but it quickly becomes a small, empowering daily habit. It's a reminder that your body deserves care, even in the smallest, quietest places, and it can save you from embarrassment or discomfort down the road. So next time you're in the shower or getting dressed, take just a few seconds to gently clean your belly button. Use a soft washcloth or cotton swab with warm water or mild soap, and always make sure to dry it afterward to prevent moisture buildup. It's a small act, but one that speaks volumes about how you value your body, your health, and your dignity. Number 4, the toes and toenails. Your feet may carry you through the day, but your toes and toenails often get the least attention until there's a problem. After 70, this part of your body becomes even more important to clean carefully and consistently. Why? Because dirty toes and neglected nails aren't just a cosmetic issue, they can open the door to infections, painful conditions, and serious mobility issues. As we age, our nails tend to thicken, curve, and become harder to trim. Circulation to the feet may decrease, especially for those with diabetes or vascular conditions. And let's face it, bending over to scrub between your toes or clip your nails gets harder with time. But skipping that part of your routine can come at a high cost. Dirt, dead skin, sweat, and sock fibers collect in those tight spaces between toes, and when left there they create a moist breeding ground for fungus and bacteria. Ever heard of toenail fungus? It's extremely common in older adults, and it can be stubborn. The infection usually starts small, maybe a yellow spot on the nail, but it spreads fast. It can cause the nail to thicken, crumble, and even detach. And once that happens, walking becomes painful, balance is affected, and infections can spread to the skin. That's not something anyone wants to deal with, especially when a little daily care could help prevent it. A 76-year-old man named Gerald once shared that he stopped wearing sandals because he was embarrassed by how his toenails looked. It wasn't just the appearance, it was the discomfort, the soreness, and the feeling of losing control over a small part of his health. When he finally got help from a foot specialist and began cleaning and trimming his nails properly, he said something shifted inside. "I felt like I had taken myself back," he said. That's the kind of transformation we aim for, restoring your sense of self by paying attention to areas most people ignore. Cleaning your toes isn't complicated. When you bathe, take a few extra moments to gently scrub between each toe with a soft brush or washcloth. Dry them thoroughly. Moisture between the toes is one of the biggest culprits behind fungal infections. As for toenails, keep them trimmed straight across to avoid ingrown nails and file the edges smooth. If bending is hard, use a long-handled nail clipper or ask for assistance from a family member or a professional. This may feel like a small task, but it's about more than hygiene. It's about preserving your comfort, your confidence, and your ability to move freely, and that makes it worth every second of effort. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5. Under the breasts and skin folds. For many older adults, especially those with larger bodies, skin folds become one of the most overlooked and misunderstood areas of hygiene. Whether it's under the breasts, along the abdomen, or between rolls of skin, these areas can trap heat, moisture, and sweat, creating a hidden danger zone for odor and infection. Why is this a bigger concern after 70? As we age, our skin loses elasticity and becomes thinner. At the same time, many seniors become less mobile, which means areas like under the breast or around the belly aren't exposed to fresh air or regular friction. That creates a warm, damp environment, exactly what bacteria and fungi love. Take Barbara, 75, for instance. She noticed a faint rash under her breast that's... Cleaning these areas doesn't take long. After a shower, gently pat the skin dry with a soft towel. If needed, use a clean cloth or cotton pad to reach between skin folds and make sure they're dry. Some people find that a bit of cornstarch-based powder, not talcum, helps keep the area dry throughout the day. But always check with your doctor before applying anything new. More importantly, make it a habit to check these areas regularly, because they're out of sight. Small issues like redness, irritation, or odor can go unnoticed until they become painful or embarrassing. Remember, your body is nothing to be ashamed of. Every curve, fold, and scar tells a story of a life well lived. Cleaning and caring for these areas isn't about vanity, It's about health, self-respect, and staying ahead of problems before they grow. Final thoughts. As we age, life becomes more about the little things, not because we've lost the strength to do big things, but because we've gained the wisdom to see how powerful the little things truly are. And something as seemingly small as daily cleaning of a few body parts can quietly shape our quality of life, our dignity, and our comfort in ways that can't be overstated. You've just learned about 5 spots that many people overlook, not out of laziness, but because nobody really talks about them. Yet they matter so much more after 70, when the skin thins, the immune system slows, and the smallest irritation can lead to larger health issues. Whether it's your ears, scalp, underarms, feet, or belly button, each part has its own story, and each one deserves your daily care and attention. But let's take a step back and think about what this really means. This isn't just about hygiene, it's about respect for your body, for your journey, and for the life you've built. Every wrinkle and every scar has a story. Every inch of your body deserves love.